Hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today's video is going to be a comparison video between my YSL Lou camera bag and my Gucci Soho Disco camera bag. This video was requested by one of my lovely longtime viewers, Suzanne, and she said she was having trouble finding a video comparing the two, so I promised her I would get this done. I'm going to include mod shots, and I am going to turn the camera around and share what fits and kind of just my impressions of each bag. So before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, my name is Melinda. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back, and if you could just take one moment, if you haven't done so already, just hit that subscribe button down below. So let's get into this. I did take a little bit of notes so that I'm not sitting here with a measuring tape. So let's start with the YSL. The current retail price is $1,550. It is 9 inches by 6 inches by 2.4 inches. So the Disco, the current retail price is $1,490, and it is 8 inches by 6 inches by 2.5 inches. So it's slightly deeper, and this one is slightly longer. So it's not a huge difference at all. So the leather on this one is called dark beige, and the hardware is kind of an antique gold. Got the strap caught up there. It is in a smooth leather with a chevron pattern, and it has a zipper pull and it has a tassel. Let me grab the tassel. So here is the tassel. I had it on the bed. I have never ever used the tassel with this one. So I took this one to Miami, I believe last fall, and I took it to lunch and I took it to YSL, and that's it. And then the rest of the week I used my college bag. And then I've used it a couple of times here and there throughout the summer, but I took it on a trip where I used it pretty much every day. I did switch out a little bit with my mini Evelyn, Hermes Evelyn. But what I noticed, and I noticed this when I got the bag, do you see how it kind of is sticking up right there? And no matter how I stuff it, no matter what I do to it, I cannot make it into just like a flat surface like the Disco is. And so that was kind of, we'll get into the Disco in a moment. I was going to start talking about the Disco, but that kind of, it kind of irritates me a little bit there. But again, as I said in the video where I unboxed the Disco, I'm not sure that it's a deal breaker. I'm going to take my time and make my decisions. I do think they are different enough to keep both of them. So I will, see about that. So there's a little leather tab here. And this one I do not have stuffed. I will show you how I keep the bag stored with the Disco one. This one I just have it completely empty at the moment. It is just a black fabric interior, and it says Saint Laurent on this back pocket here, Saint Laurent Paris, and there's just a slit compartment. Just, a big empty space there. The leather around the bag is smooth, as it is, where the chevron is as well. It is smooth. It does have a very long adjustable crossbody strap, and as I said, I will be inserting mod shots. I am 5'6" for reference, if that helps, and I have this one where there's let's see, 1, 2, 3 more holes that I could make it longer on, so if that helps, and 3 more that I could make it shorter on. So the Disco bag comes in this pebbled leather, and I really love the leather. You've got the 2 G's on the front, and the back is just plain. You have gold hardware on this one as well. The tassel on this one is not removable. Again, another long crossbody strap. I have it on the next to the longest setting, and then there are 3 more settings if you want to make the bag shorter. So I'm going to show you how I store my camera bags. This one I did not have very long at all before I let it go to Irene. And if you haven't seen that video, the sweetest YouTuber, her name is Fabulous Irene on YouTube. She sold me my bag back, and this is just how I always kept it, and I'm assuming she did too because it looks like it's in amazing shape. So I have it stuffed with the tissue that came from the store, and I just keep that in both bags. That's how I have kept them stored, just with the stuffing. The inside of this one, I love that it's light color. It's just like a light canvas. There is a little slit compartment in the back, and then there is a little slit compartment in the front. Both of them zipper wise, I find to be about the same because you're going around a, around a round surface, if that makes sense. I don't find, well, actually this is a little bit smoother than the disco actually. This is a little bit smoother, but neither of the zippers bother me. What kind of bothers me is that right there. Just not sure how I feel about that, but let me insert some mod shots right now, and then we'll go over a few pros and cons and final thoughts. And I'm also going to turn the camera around right now, and let's see what fits in these bags. Okay, so I brought out more with me than I would normally carry, just so we can see what fits. What I normally carry, and I have been using this bag this week, is my mini pochette, and I use that as a cosmetic pouch, and you can see that it is quite full. I have sunglasses in a soft pouch. I have my Zoe wallet. I have my tissues, and I have my clay. And let me grab my iPhone since I'm not filming with that, so I can show you that, because I always bring my iPhone as well. Okay, so I brought my iPhone. It is the 12 Pro, and these are just some extras. I brought out the Gucci coin pouch, and I brought out a YSL card holder. So let's scoot this a little bit closer so we can see inside of the bag better. Move these things out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to start with the things that I would normally carry, which is the mini pochette, the iPhone, the Zoe wallet, the tissue, the clay, and the sunglasses. So absolutely no problem fitting all that. I can easily fit the card holder here in this back slit compartment. The word will come. Let's see if we can fit the Gucci. No, that's just going to be too much right there. But say you wanted to bring this instead of the mini pochette, and you wanted to use this as your little cosmetic bag. This is a great little cosmetic bag. Then you can see you're going to have more room. Well, after you rearrange it all, so it's down there on the bottom, but you're going to have a little bit more room if you want to put something else in there. So let's see what goes in the disco. This stupid case never turns my phone off. So you can see it holds a lot, and which is why I love a camera bag for travel. I love that it's crossbody, and I love the zipper on it. I think it's just really a great travel bag. And the disco was one of my most used travel bags of all time, and I How silly of me to get rid of it. But so let's open that up, and the mini pochette, and the Zoe wallet, the tissues, the clay, and the iPhone. And I think we can fit again, nope, that's too small there, but maybe behind here, maybe behind the mini pochette. Yeah, I can get the card holder in there easily as well. And then of course the sunglasses here on the top. So this would have to be in place of something else, you know, maybe the clay or maybe the mini pochette, but this zipper, and this is a little bit more of a tricky zipper for sure, but there it is. Now, do you see the top of this versus even when there's nothing in this one? So that's kind of where I'm coming from on that. So yeah, it's just kind of, I've never had this flip over. I've never had this peek up like this. Other people have told me they have. So not really sure the difference in why, but here they are side by side. And let's turn the camera back around and let's get into final thoughts, pros and cons. Okay, so as you can see, they're very similar bags in terms of capacity, zipping, crossbody, all of that. I think a huge pro to the disco bag is the pebbled leather. I know when I had this bag before, I had it for over 3 years, no scratches, no marks. It's just a great leather. I think a con with this is that you cannot take the tassel off. And I do remember vividly when walking on vacation, it thwaps you. Like every step you take, it's like jiggling on you. So that's something that you really can't do anything about. If you do not like these logos, it is super simple to turn it around. Another pro for this bag, I'm gonna have to say a con, is the zipper. I don't remember the zipper being that difficult, but on my Almas and some of my other bags, it's not, you know, not that big of a deal, but I'm gonna have to add that as a con because it's much easier on the YSL. I think a pro is this light colored interior. I like being able to see my things. It's just, you know, I've always enjoyed that on bags that do have light colored interiors. I'm never concerned about making a mess in them. Just a little quick tip, if you are worried about getting a bag with a light colored interior, you don't need fancy mini pochettes or any of this stuff. If you just put makeup and any kind of liquids in just a plain Ziploc bag, pens in a Ziploc bag, stuff like that, you don't need to have a whole bunch of small leather goods. You can just Ziploc bags. It's very easy. So pros and cons on this one. I love the chevron. I think it's beautiful. I love the color. I love the color on both. The color on both is definitely a pro. I worry about this leather being extremely smooth, how it's going to wear over time. I don't know. A con, again, I'm not real crazy about how this top here peaks up like that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this leather, but I think it's beautiful. The pro, the zipper is a lot smoother. See, I'm able to do this with one hand. I can't do that with the disco, so that's a huge pro. A con to me is the black interior, although, like I said, with that bag, many people prefer that, but I'm not ever worried about it because, you know, just a little pouch of some sort for anything that's liquid or, you know, powder, like if you have pigmented eyeshadow or something, you know, like that you're concerned about. But I think overall that they're very similar bags. If I could only choose just one, it would be this one for sure. It's just a warmer tone. I just like the leather better. I like how the flat top stays flat. but I don't think you can go wrong with either. This one is $60 more, so it's really not a huge difference in the price of the two. So I would say go for the one that is most aesthetically pleasing to you, because as far as functionality, they're very, very much the same. I'll show you the zipper on this one again. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. I can, but I'm squeezing the heck out of the bag at the bottom, and I wasn't on the YSL. So, but every bag, as you've known, if you've seen, if people do reviews, every bag, the zipper can be perfect on one and super stiff on the next one. So anyways, I don't know, but I hope this was helpful if you're considering either of these, and I hope to talk to you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.